Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back. And this is a short trip to Fukui, one of my favorite destinations near Kyoto. It's only about an hour away, and it's got some really cool retro vibes. First place we went to was called Bonta, and it's sort of like a upscale izakaya right by the station, right by Fukui station. And you see it's famous for its seafood, which Fukui is by the ocean, so you can get very fresh seafood. And as well as crab, okay? Fukui is famous for its crab. And I have another video about that actually, so check that. So we started with sekogani crab, which is the female crab with eggs. And it's a bit smaller, but really nice sweet meat. And of course a sashimi platter. And then this is kind of a unique dish. This is amaebi, so sweet shrimp, sort of shuto, so sort of like fermented as well. Really nice appetizer. And fried tofu, one of my favorite dishes. And of course we had to have this with sake, so nihonshu. And this was a fermented mackerel heshiko. Not my favorite, but okay. And this is interesting, gaza shrimp, okay? So gaza ebi is a local shrimp variety they have in Fukui and Kanazawa. So really nice. Next place is right by the station as well. This is sort of like a shopping and restaurant complex. Really cool. So you can see there's lots of little restaurants you can dine at. Really good variety. And a friend of ours took us to this wine bar called Enobar. Really small place, just a counter with about 8 seats and then a few small tables. But your typical wine bar, big variety of wine from French to Italian. And we just finished sake, so we went for some white wine at the beginning. So this is a Chardonnay. Yeah, we were lucky. I have a friend who lives in Fukui, so he took us around. And some snacks we had, and then we continued on with the red wine. It's a Californian called Submission. Pretty full-bodied red. I think it was a Cabernet. And a really nice appetizer we had, scallops with asparagus and a sort of a Genovese sauce. Very fresh, well done. And then we went to another place inside this complex that specialized in sushi and nihonshu, so sake. So we went back to sake at the end, and we had various maki sushi snacks. So one with ikura, and then the other one I believe was with crab. Very nice. And walking back to the hotel, we stayed at a place called Dormi Inn, and this is famous for their free night ramen you can get. So I believe it's from 9 to 11:30, and you just line up and they just give you a bowl of ramen. So luckily it wasn't the normal size, it's a little bit smaller, and it's a shoyu base. Fairly simple, just green onion, but you can't complain. And apparently you're limited to one per person, but I don't think they can really keep track of who comes in. So yeah, nice way to finish off the night. And the hotel is also famous for their onsen as well. There's a natural onsen inside the hotel, so highly recommended. Day 2, during the day I was working, so this is started off at night. A place called Maru Sushi, so a friend took us there as well. And it's a little bit outside the city center, but really nice. Almost like a 90-year-old history, I heard. And you can see when you go to a sushi restaurant, it's not just sushi. So you can start off with some appetizers, and here's the sushi set. So very nice. I heard their sushi is smaller than normal because a lot of people come here late at night as a second party. So they keep the sushi smaller. Took a taxi back downtown to the Katamachi area. This is the main sort of drinking area, restaurant area in Fukui, and went to a place called Saru no Sakazuki. And it's my second time here. Kind of a cool, like, izakaya, trendy, late night place. It was quite popular. It was pretty crowded. And yeah, last time I couldn't really try much food because I was pretty full. So this time we tried a few dishes. So this is the free appetizer you get when you come in. It's like sardines, very nice. And then we got some shellfish. So it's akagai or arc shell, sashimi. And of course we went back to Nihonshu, sake, really good selection. And this was like a spring roll. I can't remember what was inside. It was, forgettable. And I had to go back to my gaza shrimp. So gazebi, it's a sashimi style. You see it's really big. It's sort of like a big amaebi. And this one was nice because it came with eggs. Okay, so these are the female ones, of course. And this makes a really nice little appetizer for sake. And I heard this wasn't a very popular shrimp because of how it looks. You can tell it doesn't look very nice. But now it's very popular. And they fry the heads for you as well after. Very crunchy. And then we finished at a place called Bar Agit, which is a very old bar. Really cool owner. Couldn't really take much video, but highly recommended as a bar. I think it's been around for 20 years, 25 years or so. Final lunch, couldn't decide what to eat. So we just went to this buffet place right by the station. Yeah, very easy. Only 1,500 yen for a lunch buffet. And mostly Japanese food, so it's kind of healthy. You can see a salad bar, and lots of like grilled fish and tofu and egg and things like that. So it's very healthy. So it's good if you're not sure what to order. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, big lunch before going back to Kyoto. All right, see you next time.